Start the stream. I believe in you. Don't overload on me now. Wow. So 90% of the overloading of my encoding was me trying to stream in 60 frames a second. I can't believe that was 100% of my problem. I'm actually a little annoyed at that. And equal time with a novel. We're playing Equilibrium. It does not show up, so we're just playing games and demos, I guess. Don't you just love it when I play games and demos? It's everyone's favorite when I play games and demos, didn't you know? So let me just... Since we're starting extra late, I need to tell the internet at large, aka Twitter, that I am in fact doing a stream. Live with Equilibrium right now. Twitch.tv/me. There we go. Oh boy, someone sending me an email. It's not important though. I got a call from a job today. Everybody cross your fingers for me, if you could. Or I suppose pray if you're so inclined. You know, I don't mind. I'm really hoping one of these jobs pans out, because, you know, money's nice to have. It's important and whatnot. Let's start. Starting now. Alright, so we're playing Equilibrium. We'll load the game from where we saved. I'm really glad that just having it in 60 FPS was the issue. It's a little weird that was the issue, though, that of all things was overloading the encoding. Oh well, we only need 30 frames a second anyway. We're just reading books, you know? It's not like I'm playing Okay, so we can either tell Aster or don't tell Aster. That's where we left off last time. I don't know. Well, we shouldn't... Hang on, where's my mouse? It's in my computer bag somewhere, because I was off recording for a super secret project with a couple of friends yesterday, so I packed up my setup and went ahead and headed on over there. But it's a super secret project. Doodle doodle daddle doodle deedle da deedle doodle doodle daddle doodle. It's a secret, so you guys don't get to know about it yet. Sorry. It's gonna be quite a while before it comes out anyway. It's gonna take me forever to... Well, I digress. I should just get right back to the book. I don't need... Sorry. You guys got a great view of my keyboard and apparently maybe my crotch as well. Anyway, we're reading. We could tell Aster, but then we're involving his race in it, you know? We don't want to do that, because, like, that's at least one whole bad. We don't want to tell Aster because then he's going to be like, oh, I can't believe, no, I'm sorry. And then he's going to feel bad for what somebody else did and that he had no control over. Also, I had no time for tea today because I forgot it was Thursday. So instead I had Purple Mountain Dew. I'm probably going to regret that choice here in an hour or so. But I brought water, so we'll see. I'm not usually one for sugar in my drinks of any sort, and I'm really not usually one for Mountain Dew. But anyway, let's get back to the decision here. We could tell Aster and have him feel awful for what happened, and then be like, we could continue things on our own or something. I'm sorry about your, you know. Or we could not tell Aster and just tell him that we don't like being around him anymore, which would hurt equally much, but it would also save him from having that internal conflict of, no. But also, like, we heard they were doing a secret thing, And I'm thinking that maybe I might just be seeing this too clearly because I read a lot of books, but maybe since the elder brought up the attempt to bring the two people together. I don't know why I'm making a triangle with my hands today. I'm feeling very Zelda. How would you do a Triforce with your hands? Like, now I'm thinking. Now I'm like thinking with my hands. So this is one triangle. Oh, like that. That's 3 triangles. It's a Zelda. It's probably also something that's just like awful, and someone in the comments is like, "No, don't make that hand signal." Ooh. Anyway, I don't know. I kind of want to tell Aster what's happened because, in case I'm right about him being secretively bringing people together, because the elder was like, they made an attempt to bring us together so we could get along, and maybe that's what Aster's secret thing is. So, and I don't want to not tell Aster. That'd be awful. I'd feel real bad about it. I'd be like, no, don't lie to him. No, you like him. So we will tell Aster. I recently found something out about myself. Something that's not all that good. I'm only half erythral. My mother was, well, because of an obsidian man, she was... I understand. You don't have to say it. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. That's why you didn't come back. Because I'm so sorry. I probably shouldn't have come. I've made this worse. No, just I don't know how I should deal with this. I'm surprised you had come to see me at all. But you're not like that man who hurt her, right? I mean, you've always been nice and helping me. Also, someone like scream in chat if that fan is just absolutely unbearable. Maybe if I do this. Oh no, I already have that setting. Let me just see if it's picking up that fan noise. I'll be quiet for a second. Okay, there's something peaking the mic occasionally. I don't know what that is, actually. Oh, my mic is picking up the, it seems like it's getting crossfeed from the actual game music. Let me, that's weird. That's really weird. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Sorry if it's picking up the game music and you're getting a weird kind of echo, but I have my headphones on. Yeah. That's weird. That's genuinely a little strange. I'm gonna try unplugging my mic and plugging it in again. Everybody hang on a second. This one. That's weird. It's picking up some kind of sound. I don't know. We'll run with it, I guess. Sorry. Ooh, no. Go back. Scroll wheel, please. Back. Thank you. Back. I would never do that to you. Not to anyone. I can't even imagine. Yeah. Am I making you uncomfortable? I'll go if I am. I'm gonna turn off the fan, because it's not helping all that much, and I don't want you guys to deal with the fan, because I know how it is when someone has a fan on. It's gross in the recording. So we'll just we'll let the fan slowly spin to a stop rather than me bruising my hand trying to stop the fan. It's okay. I just feel like I don't even know where I belong. Do I even belong anywhere? I was born out of something awful. Should I even be here? I think so. I'm probably gonna sound like a lame idiot who can't string a sentence together properly without making myself look like a fool, but I think you're great. You're intelligent and curious and brave, which means you've inherited the best of both worlds. Even though something that horrible happened, you were the outcome, and I'd say that's a good thing. You're not a mistake. I'm glad you exist. I said it before and I meant it, and I'll say it again. I'm glad that I got to meet you. None of the past stuff changes that. You're right. Thank you for that. Listen, I need to tell you something before I go. Wait, no. Wrong voice. That was Aster the entire time. No, you're right. Thank you for that was Mana. Oops. Listen, I need to tell you something before I go. There's another reason why I came here. There's been a bit of an issue with the ship. I don't mean to add to your woes, but certain sectors have begun to run out of reusable resources to continue repairing the ship. Some people have been injured working with faulty machinery or falling through unstable grates in the floor, and so on. If there's any way you can tip off people to give anything to help with repairs, I'll be grateful. But if you feel like you can't, I'll understand. I don't want to pressure you in anything. I'm just putting it out there. What about the council? Shouldn't you ask them? We did, but they're delaying or ignoring us completely. They're fairly useless. Well, that is to say, they only do things in their own time. But never mind that. Will you think about it at least? I suppose so. It's important, I guess. I'm glad. Anyway, I've been here too long. I better go now. Take care, Mom. Bye, Aster. Another day goes by, and I mull over Aster's words. An uncomfortable feeling gnaws at my gut, and I find myself staring out the window again. Speaking of uncomfortable feelings gnawing at my gut, my stomach hates me for that Mountain Dew, because I never have soda. You must excuse me if I'm, like, burping or whatever during this stream, because I just should not have had that soda. And I forgot it has caffeine, so I guess, but I'll be fine. It's like 7 o'clock. I'll be just fine. I can parse caffeine pretty quickly. Anyway, the ship is falling apart. We're running out of reusable resources and time. I dread to think of the implications. It scares me enough to make me feel ill. No matter the warnings and my doubts about the Obsidians, I need to do something. To find a way to get resources to Aster. It's not about me, it's about what's best for all of us. I turn to Ever, who's sitting in his corner, furiously tapping away at his datapad. Shoutouts to that, like, giant frame drop there. Thank you, internet provider. Very, very nice of you. Not at all infuriating. Sorry, I need to have chat open on my phone, and I keep forgetting to turn off. Let me turn off the turning offness of my phone. That sounded dumb, but let me turn off the sleep mode on my phone. Display. Screen timeout. 10 minutes, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so now that'll stay open and I can be on chat for 10 minutes at a time. Just someone with mind me for 10 minutes, I guess, lol. Ever is very intelligent. Maybe he has an idea of how to deal with this. Ever, can I ask you something, or are you busy? What is it? I think that was what they meant there. What is it? Remember Aster, the Obsidian that works below us? Do you want to go see him again? No, he came to see me. He wanted a favor from me. He needs help with work supplies. Supplies that his people aren't getting from the council. The council didn't help us either. Us? You mean you and the captain? Yes. So you want to get them supplies in secret, right? Discretion is always good, yes. The municipal zone has a large storage room where they keep almost everything these days. Maybe there's some stuff that might be of use to them. Really? The council keeps a stock of materials now? Yeah, they took it away because they said people weren't using it sparingly. That seems a little strange. Captain Colm said the same thing. Maybe you can talk to him about it? I don't know if that's a good idea. What? Did I get names backwards there for a second? Hang on. Oh, that was Ever asking if you can talk about it. Helps if I actually read the names. I'm smart. Captain Colm said the same thing. Maybe you can talk to him about it? I don't know if that's a good idea. He wouldn't like it if I poked around in council business. He has a higher authority than the council, but since piloting the ship takes up a lot of his time, he can't really do much without people directly asking him. It sounds as if you've spoken to him about this before. I have. Those supplies don't really need to be there. It's not like they really aren't needed. Especially now, as you said, the Obsidians aren't getting what they need. Oh shoot, that skipped the line I needed to read. You really believe the captain will help? Yes. Alright then, hopefully I won't get into more trouble with this.
Mana, how can I help?
There's an issue with the lower sectors.
What sort of issue?
A rumor that the Obsidians are in urgent need of resources they're not getting. That's what I've heard, at least. I thought it might be important to bring it up.
You mean during your little escapades with your Obsidian friend?
So, you know about that too. Does everyone know?
No, just me and Elder Dara, who managed to manipulate the information out of poor Ever.
Oh. So she knows everything then? But she never brought up the pendant.
But back to the supplies issue. You said they haven't been getting what they need.
Yes, the ship is deteriorating because of it.
That is concerning. Do you have a list of things they need?
No, he just wanted to know if there were supplies available.
I suppose you could ask your friend for a list then?
You mean you're not opposed to me going to see him?
Contrary to what Elder Dara thinks, I believe this might be a step in the right direction. If you play mediator discreetly between both peoples outside of the council red tape, then we might be able to act more efficiently when it comes to immediate problems. Could you do that for me? I've been meaning to find someone who could do this, and your little accident turned into a solution for my problem.
I suppose I could try. I have to do this, for the sake of everyone on board. If I can help prevent a disaster, then I need to put my fears aside and just do it. That's what I have to keep telling myself. The fear still gnaws at my gut, and I'm plagued with worry and trepidation that night. When I try to figure out if I should go down to see him or not, the answer comes to me in the form of Aster dropping in the next morning. Hey, Mana. Aster, you came. Is it alright if I come in? You're already in, so it's kind of irrelevant. I guess. Sorry for barging in. I may have found a solution to your problem. Really, I didn't think it would happen that fast. I'm not on the council. Maybe you should be. So what's your solution? I spoke to some people and they told me there's some unused resources in one of the storage rooms in our municipal sector. So the council just has a bunch of stuff they're not giving out to anyone? Selfish. I can't say for sure that's what they're doing or why, but either way I'm trying to figure out how to get it to you guys without being caught up in the politics. If they've forgotten about it, they won't notice it's gone, right? You might want to... You want to steal it? It's going to a good cause, isn't it? Don't get too irrational. Let's see if we can get a hold of it the right way, okay? Fine. So a list. Yes. Tell me why I'm here again? You're playing mediator, right? So you have to be on both sides of the spectrum. This isn't just because you got lonely, is it? No.
We have a list of all the supplies available to us, which is updated every day. Thing is, it's on a console. Every sector has one, which is why you're here. I can't physically give it to you. You need to take note of the supplies for yourself.
I see, so it's a good thing you ever gave me a miniature datapad for taking notes on.
Yeah, handy.
Yeah, he was concerned about me when I was a little down and thought I should put my thoughts on it.
Right. Are you okay about before?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
When Aster shows me the console, I'm overwhelmed at first. There's a staggering amount of shortages. Aster points out the materials they need most desperately, and I make a quick list of them. And that's all.
Thank you.
Even though it's for peacekeeping reasons. I'm glad you're back here again.
Yeah, it's always nice to see you.
So does that mean we can be friends? Oh, it's time. It's decision time. Either we can say, yeah, I'd like that. Like we would like to be friends. That would be lovely. Or we have option B, which is, what if I wanted more? So as to imply that we want at least one whole relationship with Aster. It's driving me nuts that I don't have my mouse right now. Where did I set the darn thing? Watch me have left it at Kai's, because I've done that before. I've left other things there on accident as well. No. Oh hey, but if you were curious, this here is what I used to capture my my footage from my Wii U, and also the GameCube for when Kai and I play, GameCube games. Like when we played Sonic, remember that? That was fun. Actually, you guys actually kind of liked the Sonic. I think just generally, I'm more funny with Kai on screen, which is partially down to the fact that it's easier to make comedy when you have somebody to riff off of, but also just like, I don't know, Kai helps me make the jokes, you know? Anyway, I'm waxing poetic, and also my phone has just fallen upon the floor. Thank you, phone. Anyway, I don't know what to say. Like, yes, I want to do the dating of the guy, but we can't go back and save. Let's say we do want more. Even if he's confused or like, what the heck, man? Why did you push me away earlier then? We're just gonna run with it. What if I wanted more? More than... that's... Wow. I mean, I didn't think you'd feel something like that for me. I relate, Aster. That's me. Do you really mean that? Of course I do. I don't joke about stuff like this. Right, I see. I need to think about that for an hour. Or 10. Sorry, it's just a little overwhelming. It's fine. You can take all the time you need. Okay. Aster, get over here. Wait, no, is this the dude with the accent? I think this is the dude with the accent. Aster, get over here. This is definitely not the right accent. That Kiva needs us all with that core. I'll be there in a minute.
I suppose I have to get going.
Yeah, I'll give you a boost. Once more, he helps me up into the vent, closing the cover behind me. Every time this fades out now, I'm like expecting it to end on a cliffhanger, but I don't remember if this was a demo or the full game. I try to remain as discreet as possible, playing messenger between Aster and Ever, occasionally giving updates to the captain over the next week. Some days, Aster comes to see me, and other days, I go to him. Sorry, I had to grab something out of my pocket there. It's bothering me. Sometimes as we work, we fall into conversation about the distant past. It seems like something Aster's been dwelling on a lot lately. So, I've been told Obsidians used to rule most of Melchior. Melchior? Maybe Melchior is how you say that, not Melchior as in the Teen Titans villain. Oh man, I got a story about that, but I won't bore you with it, because I know you guys like it better when I just read. Yeah, I read about that in the archives. What went wrong? There were many factors that contributed to it. As far as I know... the Erythrals were living rather secludedly on a small continent on Melchior. They had resources Obsidians wanted, and vice versa. Though, like always, they continually had fallouts with one another. They could never agree or settle on a compromise, but it wasn't only between our two races. There was an alarming amount of internal conflict between the various subsectors in the Obsidian ranks. I heard a similar story from my folks, just with a lot more bias in it. Well, you have to see both sides of the story to understand the full picture. I guess so. You don't agree? No, you're right. I just wish I knew a lot more people who had your kind of mindset. Most people just want to believe what they want to suit their own needs, even if it isn't the truth. People are just flawed that way. Always looking for someone or something to blame. I guess we're just idiots, huh? If you don't consider others, then yeah, I guess so. But you're pretty considerate, I think. You really think so? Yeah. Near to the end of the week, after Aster and I finish going over another list, Aster becomes a little anxious as I get ready to leave. Let's take a quick walk, okay? Is something wrong? No, I just want to do this. If that's what you want. We walk around for a while across the empty walkways. I watch and wait patiently as Aster accumulates his thoughts before he speaks. I've thought about what you've said to me. I realize that, well, I've begun to feel more for you too. I've never done anything like this before, so it's all new to me. Same. You're all I can ever seem to think about lately. So much sometimes that it distracts me while I'm in the middle of something. It's so stupid and weird, isn't it? You're not the only one. Can I kiss you? If you want to. Alright, okay, good. Let's wait for him. I want him to take the lead. I mean, admittedly, in my own, I would prefer that this option was chosen if it was at me, because I'm like always like very cautious. But we'll wait for him. Aster? Just give me a moment to... Oh, no! That made it feel like the wrong option, because Esri just calls us out, calls us over, and we're like, oh no. Yes? Aster, where are you? Stars above. He's got the worst timing. Go, it's okay. You sure? I'm sure I can find my way back on my own by now. Just be careful, okay? I always am. Man, that would have been a really cute, like, little CG, I guess. If I'd have picked the not wait option. Gosh darn it, now I feel bad. I feel like I picked the wrong option. After the entire week, Elder Dara sits me down for what looks to be another serious conversation. Mana. What? The council knows what you have been doing. They've declared that you're to remain here under house arrest until they decide what the best course of action is. I'm not really breaking the rules. The captain told me. He's currently being questioned as well. But you don't understand. It's important that I do this for everyone. I do understand what you're trying to do, but
things are not as stable as you think they are.
Exactly. The ship's falling apart and the Obsidians need things that are not being given to them.
I realized that some time ago, but it's not your responsibility to deal with this. As an erythral,
I'm not really completely erythral.
you were brought up under the erythral system. Official records state you are erythral, and thus you must follow all the erythral rules.
But
It's out of my hands. I'm sorry, Mana. Truly. Why did you go down there in the first place?
because I lost your pendant on the first day. It ever fell from a bookcase and it fell out of my pocket and down a vent. Then when I went to look for it, I fell through the vent and Aster tried to help me, but we couldn't find it. I'm so sorry.
Mana, you don't need to apologize for that. I would have understood if you'd told me. You didn't have to go to that extent for the pendant. I value your life much more than any trinket.
Dang it. I keep skipping too many lines and then I'm like, oh shoot, I missed that one. But I failed you.
You didn't fail me. I'm proud of your tenacity, but you don't need to risk your life like that.
Aster isn't dangerous.
Perhaps, but the other Obsidians won't share his sentiment.
I know that.
Please listen to me and stay here until this is all dealt with, alright?
Alright.
She's not gonna stay there. I know Aster will be here soon, and I take in a deep breath. I need to make sure he doesn't come back. As if on cue, I hear the vent open and close in the bathroom.
Hey, listen, Aster, you can't be here anymore. What? Why? Everything's falling apart. I have to remain here until the council decides what to do with me. All the days for this to happen. You have to come with me. I just told you I can't. It's an emergency, Mana. No. You don't understand. Just go away, please. I can't do this anymore. It's all too much of a mess. Please just listen to me. You have to come with me. I'm begging you. It's very important. I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't. It's the last time, I swear. He's being so adamant all of a sudden.
He's not usually like this. It really must be important then.
Fine.
Why am I doing this? It's a terrible idea. Do I really still believe there's something to be salvaged here? Am I that desperate to risk repeating past failures our people have had? Am I just as naive as my mother? In silence, Aster leads me to the walkway. I'm anxious, but a part of me still wants to believe this will turn out for good. For the better. Yeah. That it's not too late to fix this.
What's wrong? You're acting strange.
I'm done. It's gone on too long. With a flick of his wrist, he sends something flying in my direction. I barely manage to catch it, and when I look at it, I'm stunned.
No! No, it's a pendant! No! Oh!
I suspected this at the beginning, but then they didn't have a scene that mentioned anything. They didn't have anything pointing to this, so I was like, okay, the pendant didn't ever come up in our conversation or anything, so I was like, alright, I guess he doesn't have it, I guess it's actually gone. But no, it's right there. No. This is my pendant. I had it since the beginning. Aster, why would you? It was all part of our plan to get information from you.
No!
Akiva. Oh no, Akiva's here. Akiva? What's going on?
You haven't dealt with her yet? Do it and get it over with. We start the takeover within the hour.
Takeover? No!
Takeover? You've been planning a mutiny in the ship? Are you mad? Why? Because Erythros killed my parents. What? Don't look at me like that. You don't know what it's like. I watched my mother and father die slowly and in so much pain before my very eyes, and your people did nothing to save them. You can't blame all of us for the actions of a few. Your council wasn't very picky either when they abandoned us to our fate. I can't forgive that. I refuse to let it fall away like some sort of bad dream they all pretended it was. Things are different now from then, aren't they? You can't just dwell in the past, you have to look to the future. What future? There is no future, not if people continue ignoring us like this. The only outcome my life will have is being shoved out an airlock just like my parents before me. And for what? The greater good of everybody else? Maybe I'm selfish. Maybe I want my existence to mean something more than what everybody else expects it to be. I don't want to have to be tied down by a system that only caters to the whims of those in charge of it. Everything that's happened until now was for the cause, so that we can have retribution for wrongs dealt against us. Nothing else matters. Is that why you kept the pendant all this time? Is that all I was to you, a means to an end? Did you even mean it when you said you loved me? My blood runs cold as I hear a voice behind us. Hello, precious.
No! Why?
At that moment, I lose consciousness. I'm shocked. I can't deal. I can't deal, man. That was too much of a twist. And the game's not loading the next thing. Is there no next thing? Oh, no, I just need to hit space again. I'm just dumb. That's all. Pain flares through my head as I regain consciousness in an unfamiliar, dark room. I hear Aster and Esri conversing on the other side of the door. You've had that sour expression on your face since we left. What gives? Did you have to hit her? What? Now you're feeling pity for those Erythros all of a sudden? She's brought all this stupid mushiness out of you, hasn't she? Are you in love with her? Shut up. Wow, wow. You're an idiot. Shut up. Fine, just let me go tell Akiva that. No, just drop it, okay? For crying out loud, this is bad enough as it is. Well, it's about to get worse 10 minutes from now. So soon? Yeah, it begins and ends today. I need to get out of here. And now. Straining my eyes, I try to find an exit in the small dark room. I maneuver around metal crates, looking for a way to get out, and finally see a small vent in the corner of the room. I'm not sure I can fit into that one, but I have to try. I remember when I watched Aster work, how he'd move the latches in a certain way to open the vent covers. When I try it, I fumble a few times, finally prying it open. I squeeze into the small space and slide in on my stomach. When I get to the other end, there's another vent cover in my way that doesn't want to open like the other one did. It's stuck somehow. I shove at it, but it doesn't budge. I try again. I keep shoving harder and harder each time until it eventually comes loose. The vent cover falls and makes an awfully loud echo as it clatters to the floor. Somebody definitely heard that one. I get up, and as fast as I can, I break away into a sprint away from here. I have to hurry and warn everyone. Mana. Oh no, that's Aster. Mana. Oh no. I start to run again as I hear Aster coming. Mana, wait! Ah! No! I glance back and stop. The walkway beneath Aster has collapsed and he's hanging off the edge of it. I look ahead and look back again. I don't know if I should help him or not. I have to help Aster. It's very clear that, like, his original intent was to get information out of me for this rebellion thing,
And then, like, over time, he's like, oh no, I have feelings, oh no! And he's, like, caught between his duty and his feelings. We're helping him. I can't just leave him, even though he used me. I'm not the kind of person to abandon someone in danger. I rush over and tug him up. He's heavy, but after a moment, I manage. Or after a moment of struggle, I manage.
I don't even know why I'm doing this for you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for things to turn out this way. Well, maybe at first I did, but then I spent all that time with you and I got to know you. It doesn't feel right anymore. It's not me versus you. Despite what I thought about our people before, I know we're not all that different now. I'm really sorry about all this. I know you probably don't believe me, but I really did mean it when I told you I love you.
Okay.
Time's running out. Go. You might still be able to help some people. I'll do my best to delay them. But just go. I'll deal with it before it's too late. I arrive back to Aster's zone, out of breath.
Ever, what? Stars above, what are you doing down here?
There's something important you have to know. Well, everybody does, but communications aren't working for some strange reason.
Listen, Ever, there's something horrible going on. We have to get back up there to warn...
Don't even try it, sweetheart. It's too late for that. The takeover's already started.
No.
I look quickly to the vent. If I can just get Ever out. Well, this place just attracts all sorts of Arethrals, doesn't it? Ezra, take the kid. On.
No! Wait, where are you taking him? Don't hurt him.
You do as I say, and he'll be fine, alright?
Yeah.
Stand over there and don't move. Both of these two guys have developed the same voice. Oh boy, my favorite. Akiva barks out clear orders to various obsidian men and women who come and go. He's got this thing so well organized, it scares me. A little while later, it quiets down, and the silence becomes stifling. I have to try to reason with him somehow, even if I have no idea how to do that. I can't just sit and watch this happen.
Please stop this. It really doesn't have to be like this.
It's been a long time coming, sweetheart. This is the only way we can resolve this.
What are you talking about?
I paid back in full what the Arethrals brought down on us several years ago.
Just because you were wronged by someone doesn't mean you have an excuse to take out on all Arethrals.
Tell that to your elders. Your people engineered a virus to infect and kill hundreds of our people.
What? Why?
Several years ago, a group of Arethrals sent out poisoned food to the various sectors in a guise of a peaceful gesture. Naturally, the people who ate the food became very ill and, with no means to cure it, passed away at an alarming rate. We were standing our bed out the airlock every day for months. I lost many people I cared for. Aster's parents were among the many to perish. No child should have to watch from behind a glass pane as his mother and father ascend to the void.
But surely the council did something?
They apologized for the inconvenience and assured us it'd be dealt with. Sure, the death stabbed after that, but they drew a veil over it and expected us to treat it like it was all just a bad dream. There were no consequences of it, no mention of a guilty party, just silence. For all we know, those responsible are given a slap on the wrist and just told to never do it again. We've had this hanging over our heads for too long. Justice must be done for the wrongs against us. My people need closure, and I'll do whatever it takes to reach that. The Arethrals deserve a taste of their own medicine. Hang on, I need to turn down the music. It's a little bit much. There we go. That's a little better. The society our ancestors built up and clung on to for all those years has failed us. Change needs to happen. The system, our councils, they don't protect us. They only protect the interests of those in the council. You should understand that in order to accomplish things, extreme measures need to be taken, especially after years of being ignored. You would do the same in my position. If you had the opportunity to wreak havoc on those who hurt you, you'd do it in a way that ruins them. Scars them so they'll remember it for the rest of the days.
Doesn't matter what side of the spectrum you're on, you can't hurt innocent people. In the end, you're just creating another reason for them to hurt you. Consequences are irrelevant. Irrespective of the collateral damage occurring now, I'll do what must be done. Nothing else matters. No, it's not right. This isn't justice. It's just petty revenge. A sick cycle that never solves anything. With guts like those, you definitely have obsidian blood in you. How did you know that? How could I not? Your existence stems from the tragic event that halted the foolish efforts at coexistence. I've suspected for a while that whoever created the virus had ties to your mother. It's rather ironic that you, of all people, were the one to become involved in this. I suppose it has to come full circle eventually. He looks at me in silence for a moment, making me feel more unsettled than before. I knew of him. That man... Sobriety was never his strong suit. I knew he was the root cause, and I didn't condone what he did. But I simply can't let this go unresolved. But never mind all that. We have more important things to deal with. You're coming with me as leverage, and we're going to pay a visit to the captain. He grabs my arm and pulls me out the door. As we walk along the corridors of the various floors of the ship and take a series of service elevators up to the bow of the ship, my mind can barely comprehend the chaos around me. Everything is a mess. Obsidians brandishing makeshift weapons, groups of erythrals huddled in corners. Oh jeez. Huddled in corners and lying on the floor wherever we go. It's a well-known fact that erythrals are passive by nature. We never stood much of a chance. The politics of our councils were the only thing that kept us protected from one another. Ooh, hey! Kara is streaming. We'll definitely go pay her a visit when we're done here. With my heart beating rapidly in my chest, we arrive at our destination. Akiva shoves me in first and nods his head toward Captain Colm, who is busy at his console. I swallow hard and stepped forward. Captain Colm?
Mana. I'm glad you're... Oh, I see. So this is why communications are down. Is ever...
The boy you sent after? He's fine. For now.
What is it you want?
A lot, but we'll start with accountability for that virus you unleashed on us.
That was taken care of years ago. Was there another incident?
Stop avoiding it. Who's responsible? Why are we not informed about the outcome of the so-called investigation?
The council deemed it unnecessary to reveal the details. They resolved to do away with the virus and move on quickly to avoid any other incidents.
And you let those responsible go?
The scientists were already dead. It was declared an accident, and the research department worked hard to find a cure as quickly as they could.
If it began with you, why did it spread to us?
There were a few batches of water drums that became contaminated. By the time we realized it, it was already too late.
So you just decided it was best to pretend it never happened? Huh? You know how much pain that's caused us? The fact that you decided an apology wasn't worth it, that it didn't matter that the lives were lost. You think it was convenient? That it just so happened to deal with the overpopulation problem we've had for years, huh? Was this your retribution for your failed coexistence plan?
You say it as if you were the only ones who suffered. Our people perished, just as yours did. There was nothing to gain from it. It was a tragedy. Mana's mother, she was one of those who perished as well. I cannot give you what you're looking for because there's nothing to be given. It happened. We cannot bring back those who were lost.
No, it's unacceptable. This charade you're playing around with ends now. Both councils will be abolished, and everything will change from now on.
You're right.
What?
That planet ahead of us? It meets the criteria for a suitable new home for all of us.
That was what Ever and the captain were working on this whole time. Don't lie to me. I'm not someone you can toy with.
I'm not lying. You can see the statistics for yourself. That boy Ever, he's the reason we were able to locate it.
A boy that young? It's true. Ever's a genius. A prodigy. I'm not stupid. I won't be strung along to believe something that outrageous. We've been adrift for 200 years. Suddenly when you're faced with a revolt, you pull this. Life isn't that convenient.
You can believe what you will. procedure to land us on that planet has already commenced. You'll see for yourself in due course.
You did what? We're not prepared for any sort of that thing.
Perhaps you should not have disabled our communications then.
Shut up, I'm not falling for any of this. The next moment the doors slide open and Aster comes in. He stops and takes in the scene before him, and judging by the look on his face, he's definitely heard some of our conversation. So, all this time the people responsible for my parents' death were already dead? I was just wasting my time looking for revenge. Aster, but never mind that now. You need to abort the ship's descent procedure. But we found a planet to live on. No, you have to stop it. With the current state of the ship, we won't be able to handle entry into the planet's atmosphere.
I can't reverse the command. We have no other option but to land. Even if our ship is not quite the same as it once was, it's more than reason to do this. We risk the descent now or wait as the ship deteriorates even further. Which do you think is better?
Forget it. There's no way we're making it like this. Aster, please. I told you the ship was deteriorating, didn't I? What other option is there? Keep going as we are? Die a slow death? Captain, you're sure about this?
Aster.
No, I need to know.
I'm absolutely positive about this. I swear it.
There's no way we'd lie about something that's important. Please, just trust us.
Okay.
Akiva, sir, if we land on this planet, it's our chance to start over like we wanted. We don't need to live under council rules when we get there. We can change things for the better there. I don't want to go out the same way my parents did. I don't want that for any of us anymore. If you said, I am. Fine, I'll trust your judgment on this. We'll re-establish communications. Akiva and Aster quickly connect to an emergency line and tell their people to return to the lower sections and handle the landing procedure. A horrible rumbling begins as we get closer and closer to the planet. The ship hits atmosphere with heavy turbulence and the whole ship shakes violently. In those last precious seconds before the explosion, I glimpse Aster leaping in front of me with his arms encasing me. Everything blows up in a terrifying white blinding light and deafens me as debris comes crashing down. No! Oh, Aster's gonna die, isn't he? Please don't die. My body aches. It's the most pain I've ever felt, including that bash to the head Ezri gave me. Not only that, but something heavy is on top of me. Aster, no! I open my eyes and realize Aster's body is weighing down on top of me. Ow. Are you okay, Mana? You're heavy. I can't breathe. Sorry, I'll get up now. You protected me. Well, you saved me, so I owe you one. Now we're even. Even, huh? I had to return the favor after that fall I had. I had never heard anyone scream that shrilly before. You be quiet, you. It was a manly cry of alarm. Of course it was.
It was manly.
Alright, it was manly. Here, let me help you up. Look at all that green out there. We actually made it. We look around the ship and see that both Captain Colm and Akiva are unmoving, not too far from each other. I'm gonna go see if they're alright. Akiva and the captain are both unconscious, but they seem unharmed. We definitely need to move them to somewhere safer, though. Okay. It takes a bit, but we pull them to a safer area. We'll have to find some medical personnel to tend to them. Hopefully they don't end up at odds with each other when they wake up. Come on, let's go see this new world. Right. After sending assistance to the captain, we walk out to explore the new planet. This is incredible. I never thought I'd get to see the day we find a new home. It might be strange to say, but all I can hear is the stillness. A world at rest. It doesn't need to move all the time. It just remains stable as it is. It's best feeling I've ever had. Like the looming darkness of an uncertain future is gone. We can finally, truly live. Aster comes to a stop after a moment of walking and mulling things over in his head. Listen, Mana, I'm sorry. About me, about everything. It's okay. I understand that things haven't been easy for you. Thank you. I know things are going to be different now, but they'll be better. I can feel it. We walk around the ship, helping people get out as we go. Just then I see Ezri in my peripheral vision. My body freezes up as I remember the painful bash to the head he gave me. But relief floods over me when I see Ever next to him. Ever! Mana, you're okay. Yeah, so are you. Well, hello there, precious. You look no worse for wear. Leave her be, Ezri. Yeah, sure thing, lover boy. Shut up. Where's Akiva? He's fine, but we need to talk. Come on. He didn't do anything bad to you, did he? No. Oh, wait, no. That's not that guy's voice. No. I didn't know what to do, but when I saw a glitch in the hologram at this place, it bothered me. He was surprised when I fixed it. Then he got really happy and started giving me all these other things to fix. Then the ship crashed before I could finish them, and then he brought me out here after that. Were you scared? A little bit. But it's over now, isn't it? We don't have to be mad at each other anymore, right? Don't worry, it's over. That's good. I really wanted us to find a new planet. Thank you, Ever. You really did a good job. You saved us all. Okay. Thanks. What do we do now? I guess we help out more people. I wonder where Elder Daughter is. I hope she's alright. She was over there when I last saw her. She seemed very worried. Thank you, Ever. Whenever and I find her, she's tending to some lost children and helping them find their parents.
Everyone stay together. Don't wander off.
Elder Dara.
Mana, you're alright.
Yes, I'm fine. You're alright too.
I was so concerned. You have Ever with you. That's wonderful.
I explain everything to Elder Dara, as she sits and listens to me patiently. And that's all.
I see. You're in love with that boy, aren't you?
I do love him, yes.
And what if he hurts you again?
I won't hurt her again. I really, truly love her. More than I can ever express in words. I know my intentions weren't for the best in the beginning. But now that I know better, I swear to treat her the best that I can.
Things have always been difficult for our people. We've always fallen out of sync with one another. It's a very difficult promise you're making here.
I'm going to keep my word. So am I.
Very well. If you are both equally willing to work hard at it, then you have my blessing.
Thank you, Elder Dara. Thank you, ma'am. I can't get over how much Aster looks like just even young Clark Kent. Like Smallville era Clark Kent. I can't unsee. After a long while, everyone makes it safely off Zion. The Erythrals and the Obsidians are wary of one another for their troubled background and sudden changes. But there are some who are willing to put the differences aside and help one another out after the crash landing. I know it'll take a while, but as long as there are a few setting the example, more will follow. There is hope for us. Aster is all smiles for a long time, and I wonder if his cheeks hurt just as much as mine. Oh, this is all fantastic. You're probably gonna get sick of me gushing over it. Don't worry, you're not the only one who's really happy about all this. I look over the valley and see the masses of both Erythrals and Obsidians wandering around in awe of this world. You know, Mana, I'm happy you're here with me at the end of this, and that we're all alive and well, which is, honestly, quite a feat given the takeover and our rough landing. I feel the same. So, about us. That, that kiss I owe you. I'm, I'm so clueless about this, but I want to make things work between us. Not just for everyone else's sake, but because you're the first person to really make me feel like this. It makes me so very happy to know that, and I'm even happier you feel the same about me. I mean, you still do, right? You haven't changed your mind all of a sudden because of all of what's just happened? Because then I don't be silly. I haven't changed my mind. So, does that mean I can kiss you now? Am I gonna have to wait again? Not this time. Oh, look! That's cute. Slowly, he leans forwards and wraps his arms around my waist. My heart beats rapidly, and I feel my breath catch as he hesitates for a small moment, before gently touching his lips to mine. I'm caught in the moment for what seems like eternity before he pulls away, a small, nervous laugh escaping his throat. It sends a thrill down my spine. Small, nervous laugh. That's me. This character is me, except for the whole, rebellion thing. I identify with this character. That was... Huh. I've never experienced anything like that before. Is it good I haven't experienced this, or bad I haven't experienced this? Good. Definitely good. Oh, that's a relief. Glad I'm not incompetent at everything I try for the first time. So now that we know, can I kiss you again? You don't have to ask every time. I'll hold you to that. There'll be a few surprise kisses coming your way in the near future. Ooh. I think this one's supposed to be Mana saying it, but it says Aster. I'm gonna say it as Mana, though. I'd like that. And so one journey ends, and another will begin. The Erythrals and Obsidians from the spaceship Zion decide to try and coexist again. Through the example of the strong relationship between Mana and Aster, the people slowly begin to form new bonds with one another. They learn from one another, and as time goes by, a sustainable home is created for both Erythrals and Obsidians to live in harmony, becoming stronger and happier together than when they were apart. Of course, there are others, such as Akiva and Ezri, who prefer not to live together, and they make their own settlements farther away. They trade and visit each other for every odd occasion, to conduct business or see family. Mana and Aster eventually marry and start a family together, encouraging others not to fear forming close relationships with each other despite the past. Everic becomes close friends with them, and they visit each other frequently. He primarily devotes his time to study all the new discoveries they make on this new world. Elder Dara remains a strong presence in a new unified assembly of leaders from both peoples for a few years. She eventually something that I unfortunately skipped. Probably passes away before seeing grandchildren or something. I don't know. Something heartfelt but sad. Insert here. Captain Colm relinquishes his title to retire after helping the people settle in, and he finds a love for fishing. Ezri continues to be cursed. Ezri continues to be a curse and sometimes a blessing in Aster's life. He takes to Aster's kids well, and they cause mischief wherever they go, much to Mana's chagrin. Through time, old wounds begin to heal, and forgiveness is found, for many. Perhaps in the far future, things will change for the better or for the worse. But as they are now, we make the best of the time we have, with the people we have. And one day we hope to see a world where we will live to the best of our abilities, with the choices we've made. I got ending 2, love. Credits, all these people did good things. I think both of the all of the musics were by Kevin MacLeod, or apparently there was four tracks that were by Eric Matyas, and I think those are still just open source Creative Commons stuff, just like all the Kevin MacLeod stuff. All of the work, except for the sound that was done by other people, the story, the art, the UI, and the programming were all done by this Nikki Noton person. Probably saying their name wrong. Someone's ringing my phone. I hope it's not important. It's just PBG playing a game. Okay. Well, that was Equilibrium. Give me a moment here. We're gonna close Equilibrium. We'll bring up the BRB if I can find my mouse. Yes, I can. I'm gonna bring up the BRB while we dig up the next VN we're gonna be playing. So, next is, we have 4 choices. We have Romancin Dudes, Silent Voices, the Mishka Effect, and the Tomorrow's Theory. I kind of want to save the Tomorrow's Theory for last because it's about time travel, and I'm a sucker for time travel stories. I kind of want to just do Romancin Dudes because it sounds like a goof, and I want to get it out of the way. Also, once we're done with this list of VNs, I think we're going to go for the rest of the Asagao endings. We're going to go full completionist on the Asagao, and then I'm going to look for more VNs. Hot dang, do I like water. It's a good for your throat. Alright, we're going to do Romancin Dudes, because it sounded like a goof in the download page, and it looked like a little bit of fun. So we'll open Romancin Dudes here, hopefully, anyway. Dang, we're almost an hour in. I'm surprised by how fast we're going through these. It's like a 3-hour stream gets me through like 1.5 VNs. Aww, I've seen half of this art and it looks adorable. We're gonna see it together for the first time here. Oh, that's cute. Look at the person. She has gold eyes and she's so happy. That's adorable. That makes me wonder, like, between the friends that Kai and I have, we could probably write a VN. Like, there's a Java visual novel engine. I can kind of write. I'm pretty sure that at least one person in the rest of our group of friends can write as well. We can team up on writing. Kai and Karkles can draw. I haven't actually seen any of Karkles' art, but presumably he can draw. I mean, they were talking about it the other day. And Kai can obviously draw. Do I have any of her drawings saved? I don't think I have any of her work saved on my computer, but I do have pictures of it on my phone. I don't want to show it that way. That's too much effort. But rest assured, she actually is a great artist. She did my Twitter icon, actually. This is really cute, and it's really simple, like music, and like most of our group actually is most of our group is actually like musically inclined, because she made a lot of friends through marching band, and I meet a lot of my friends through choir. You know, I'm not exactly the master composer or anything. I actually can't compose to save my life. But Kai knows enough music theory that we can probably write music for it too, you know. Actually, just the group we have in mind for the super secret project wouldn't actually be a bad group to build a VN with, honestly. We just need a premise. Actually, we have a premise, in theory. But I'm waxing poetic about a thing that probably won't exist. Unless, like, everyone ever is like, hey, do this! I'd love that! But we're gonna start Romancin Dudes. I'm sorry, you're just not edgy enough for me. Oh no, wait, this one's really cool. I forgot, it's really meta. I
forgot what this thing was. Essentially, this is the basic premise of this VN is this young lady is trying to become the main character for a visual novel, and she's sick of getting rejected by authors and stuff. So anyway, I'm sorry, you're just not edgy enough for me, man. Those are the words I hear as I get rejected for the 28th time this year. This one's name was... well, that's not important. All you need to know is that he's the edgiest guy at school. Like, someone please get me some sandpaper so I can dull this guy down kind of edge. As I watch him walk out of the courtyard and leave school. Obviously school is just a societal construct and he'll have no part in that. I mentally cross him off my list of potential matches. Watch This Not Be Romancin, Dudes is the one that is really meta and clever, and I've just spoiled the plot of a different VN. We'll see. My growing tally of failed conquests is beginning to give my self-esteem a beating. The Genki guy, the emo guy, I even take a shot at the Shota as the last-ditch effort before prom. I have no idea what two of those things are. Just like last week, I was rejected for not being athletic enough, not being hipster enough, and most memorably of all, not being Yuri Sexy Kawaii enough. But I haven't lost hope. There's still a few more guys that I can think of that I haven't tried yet, so I'm not about to give up yet. I was created to be the main character for Notome, and I'll be darned if I don't play out that role. I hastily make my way back to the homeroom. Even if class has already started, the teacher shouldn't be too surprised. Since I'm the main character, I'm pretty much always late for school. As I sit down in my chair, I take out my folder of pursuable guys and start flipping through the files. Binders full of women. Most of them have been X'd out, the stinging proof of many bitter defeats. Dang, that's an old reference I just made, though. Not like I'm discouraged or anything. I'm sure even Genghis Khan had some failed conquests. Hot dang, this girl is just into it. At least I think so, anyway. History's never been my forte.
I can just tell by that face. You got dumped again?
This is Stacia Ex Machina. Oh my gosh, that is the best name. I love it. This is Stacia Ex Machina, my best friend. She shows up every once in a while, but it has relevance to the plot. Oh man, I needed to see the rest of this game. I wasn't dumped. To be dumped, that had to be picked up first. A solid argument, but not one that I particularly like using.
Who was it this time?
I forget his name, but if he were a superhero, he'd be called anti-establishment man.
Oh my god, really? You asked that guy out? The guy who tried to run for town mayor last year, just so you could have soapbox to promote anarchy?
Yeah, that's the one.
The guy who drew a teardrop on his face and pretended it was a tattoo for 6 months before he accidentally washed it off?
Yeah.
The guy that...
Okay, I get it. You can stop now.
Do you really, though? The last guy you asked out wasn't much better.
Let's not talk about him. Even I regret going for that one.
I'm just saying, Bobka. You don't exactly have a good record when it comes to choosing guys. You don't have to chase after everyone with a pretty face and a pulse. Don't you have standards? A type?
My type is anyone who likes me. Durr.
You have to stop trying so hard. Has anyone told you that love will find you when you least expect it?
That's BS that hot people say as they watch the people throw themselves at their feet. I'm sure it's real easy to think that way when all you gotta do is pick a name out of a hat and instantly you have your one true love. Hot dang, this person is just really cynical. Pleb like you and I want love. We gotta chase after it with every inch of our being. There's seriously no getting where the is there. I don't think you could call confessing to random strangers love. Someday somebody will love you for who you are. I promise. So just take it easy, will ya?
Yeah, that's great and all, but I can't take that risk. This girl does not have a feminine voice because she's the main character, and I'm the main character in my life. JK, I actually probably have a friend who's the real main character, but I'm the main character. So, this person has my voice. We're so close to graduating. What if high school ends and I don't have a boyfriend? Well, I mean, I'm on my last year of college and I didn't have a boyfriend, so don't worry. My life might as well be over. And to the two squabbling in the back of the room, I'd ask if they could kindly shut up. Our teacher smiles at us, but her words have poison in them. Oh no, we gotta have this snooty teacher voice. And to the two people, what did they say? I don't remember what they said. And to the two people gabbing in the back of the room, if you could stop blabbing, that'd be wonderful. Okay? Alright. Our teacher smiles at us, but her words definitely have poison in them. I face forward again and pretend to pay attention. I transferred to school when the development team for the stupid Atome game I was originally cast in, which I can't name due to the terms of my release contract, decided I was too stereotypical for them. Too stereotypical women, but I hope they lose fun and get into freaky outing accents. Anyway, everyone at school is here because of several regions. Like that edgy guy I propositioned earlier? Yeah, his tragic backstory was so cliche. It could have been a 12-year-old fanfiction writer's wet dream. Nothing personal, kid. I cracked myself up. Even though I may have been kicked from my project, I'm not about to give up. With some people, they just know what they're meant to be. Like those professional dancers on TV who are like, yeah, I've been dancing better than you since I was in my mother's womb. I just knew I was destined to be a dancer. Well, that's me, as an Otome game heroine. I don't need some corporate suits telling me who I can or can't be. I'll show them all. Just watch. I barely even notice when the bell rings to go to our next class, and it sounds nothing like an actual school bell. It sounds more like a buzzer. Stacia smacks me, not very gently, over the head with her textbook. Thunk! And I scramble to pack up and leave. I look up at the board to see that it's filled with calculations that honestly might as well be encrypted hieroglyphs for all I know. I'll have to ask Stacia for this week's notes again. I'm the last one out. Gosh darn it. I wish I could have read the rest of that. Plopka, I want you to know that just because you have main character privileges doesn't mean you can doze through my class, okay? Okay. Even if your life's spiraling out of control, that's no excuse for not paying attention in school, alright? If this behavior continues, well, I don't know. Terrible things happen to good people all the time. You understand? Okay, alright, yeah? She beams at me. I see my life flash before my eyes. Yeah, I'm really sorry. Really. Hopefully the more reallys I add, the more convincing I sound. I really do hope so, for your own sake. Well, you can leave now. Bye. Please go. I have another class. Maybe it's the trauma from being targeted by a Miss Teacher, possibly a badly disguised sin, but by the time I stumble into the hallway, I've completely forgotten what my next class is. Oh. All I can see in my mind is Miss Teacher's terrifyingly sweet smile. Okay, alright. Everyone learn their math. You gotta learn your math. It's important. I secretly am a serial killer that makes you do math to escape. Okay, alright. I guess it's also a testament to how little I care about school. I can't even get to my second class of the day without a schedule. Oh well, all school is to me is a convenient gathering place for potential partners anyway. I walk through the halls with the rest of the students, hoping that I'll somehow remember where I'm going through, like, I don't know, muscle memory or something. It doesn't work out. Soon the halls will clear out and I'll just be wandering around by myself. Then the hall monitors might catch me and toss me out of the moat filled with hungry alligators. Wait. Do we even have hall monitors at this school? Whatever. Might as well go to the office and see if they can pull like a copy of my schedule or something. The office is oddly silent when I walk in. Usually there are like some nice secretaries that can help me out, but only empty desks are there to greet me. Except, I see a figure in the back room and I walk towards it. When I get close enough, I can make out that it's a guy that looks around my age. My posture instantly improves by 200%, and I hurriedly fix my hair to look at least somewhat presentable to a possible suitor. I love how I fixed my hair and then it just immediately fell back down. Thank you, hair. Not to knock on the nice secretaries, but this is so much better. I make my way closer in order to answer the most pressing question.
Is he hot though?
I peer around the doorframe. I mean, I can't really see his face though. He's kind of busy writing something down. I knock lightly on the already open door to try to get his attention. He looks up at me. I stare. The answer to my question is very yes. I struggle to get the words out of my mouth. He looks at me, seemingly waiting for something. I swallow. Hi. Smooth. All he responds with is silence. Why isn't there anyone here? They're at a meeting. He sounds thoroughly unamused. Even so, I can appreciate the sound of his voice. Let's just say if he released an album of himself reading the dictionary, I'd buy 5 copies. And the deluxe edition. He goes back to writing whatever he was in the middle of doing before I interrupted him. Oh. I look around awkwardly. That was not my voice. Come on, Babka. You can save this. Well, what's your name? So I can add it to my reference list. This just seems to annoy him.
Look, if you have something important to say, then say it. Don't waste my time with small talk, young lady.
Well, that was pretty rude. Gosh dang, I just wanted to know your name, dude. I don't want to be call him out or anything.
I don't know. I really don't know why you're so insistent about this. It's Case.
Wait a minute. You're the Case? He's so famous, but I've never actually seen him in person. I should have recognized him, though. There've been posters of his face everywhere during election week. Like, literally everywhere. Inside people's lockers, placing the flag on the flagpole. I heard guys complaining how awkward it was having his face stare at them above the urinals.
That's me. And I'm assuming that you've somehow forgotten your schedule, even though we're already in the last quarter of school.
Maybe. So what, you've never made a stupid mistake? I'd ask that, but I'm scared the answer will be no.
Sadly for you, I'm too busy to deal with these kinds of problems. Nor do I particularly want to deal with yours. Wait at the front office, where you're supposed to. The meeting should be over in a few minutes, and I'm sure someone like you wouldn't mind having an excuse to be late to your next class.
I want to argue, but he's not exactly wrong. I sit awkwardly in the chairs in the front of the office, but no secretary comes. The bell rings, still sounding like an alarm clock buzzer, and I look back and see Case still writing, not acknowledging my exit at all. I feel like I've been ruthlessly abandoned by the public education system. I'm back in the halls with a sea of students, all looking like they'd rather be anywhere but here. Since I'm completely lost at this point, I need to find somewhere I can seek refuge for the time being. The cafeteria is completely empty right now. If I went in there, I'd be kicked out immediately, and my possibly non-existent parents might even be notified. Hiding in a bathroom stall for the rest of the day sounds extremely uncomfortable. I guess the school roof's as good as anywhere else. This school roof shot is used in another visual novel that I won't say because it's
I watched a couple of other people play it, and they, like, blocked all that out, but it's very not safe for work. I'll just leave it at that. I didn't play it myself, I don't think. I mean, I don't remember playing it, so I probably didn't. It's way too cold outside. What happened to warm spring days? I make my way over to the edge and look down onto the courtyard below. The few people walking around below look like ants from this height. Getting rejected, getting threatened by a teacher, losing my schedule. Today is shaping up to be a pretty terrible day. You won't die. I turn around and see a guy sitting by himself in the corner of the rooftop. He's watching me apathetically. What? I'm saying if you jump from here, you're not gonna die. Maybe you break a couple of bones or something, that's it. I wasn't planning on jumping. Yeah, well, never mind, that's no fun. If you're not jumping, can you just leave? Why would you think I'm about to jump, though? That's usually the only reason people think to come up here. It gets kinda old. Who are you, anyway? Why do you want to know? No reason. He squints at me a little. Wait, aren't you the weird chick that asked out all the upperclassmen in freshman year? No. I absolutely am that chick, though. He leans in closer, and I can more clearly make out the details of his face. Not bad at all. 10 out of 10. Would romance. You are, aren't you? I heard you wear that stupid outfit every day. What school's uniform even is that? This? I got it online somewhere. What, are you role-playing or something? I sniff, feeling important. No, it's what I'm supposed to wear. I'm the main character of an otome. What? An otome. What the heck is an otome? He's not southern, though. It's... Never mind. It's got nothing to do with you. I don't want to explain it. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with you.
Yet.
I'm really enjoying the lean into the microphone bit right now. I don't know what my deal is. It's a good bit, though.
What was that?
Nothing at all. You weirdo. How about we start this meeting over? My name's Bobka. What's yours?
If I tell you, will you quit talking to me?
Maybe.
Roy, now can you get the heck off my roof? Ugh.
Okay, dokey. I'm pretty sure this roof belongs to the school, actually. So get wrecked, nerd.
Gosh, yeah. Bonk. Yeah, shut up. I had this place to myself for the entire year till you had to come up and ruin it.
It's like a 5-year-old's logic, man.
Logical enough for me to hike.
This guy has no stable accent. Wow. I'm trying to use, like, the scout bonk noise as a, like, I guess a reader line, I guess. I don't know if that's the actual term, but it's like, in voice acting, there's a term if you want to do an impression. You have a specific line that gets you to the voice.
Bonk, I'm walking here. Logical enough for me to use it, I get you out my face.
It doesn't even... Roy dramatically puts in his earphones. Gosh dang it, I don't have any earphones to put in dramatically. And starts humming loudly. Puts earphones into my headphones. He's probably not even listening to anything. I hear the bell ring. It sounds like an alarm clock. Please choose a different bell sound on the actual game, because it's a demo. I hear the bell ring and I shoot him a dark look. I'm not leaving because you told me to. Yeah, whatever. I make it through the rest of the day without any other uncomfortable situations. That school looks like an architectural mock-up. I'm sorry, but it does. It's not a bad choice, it just looks like an architectural mock-up of a Japanese school. I sneak out of school, making sure not to get caught by any of the teachers I was supposed to have classes with.
Not like this is the first time I've skipped, but even I can feel some shreds of guilt. I arrive home and fumble around for my key. I do like this house, though. That's a really cool, interestingly designed house. It's got very modern lines, you know? It's got that, like, porch and sharp vertical lines, you know, lead up to the traditional pointed roof. I like it. I put my bag down on the front porch and search through it frantically, hoping that somehow my key will pop up out of nowhere. My on and off parents don't get back home from work until late, and I'd rather not have to sit outside like a burglar scouting my own house. I left my phone in my room to charge this morning, too. I seem to recall something about my mom saying that our neighbor has a spare key. I might be just making that up out of desperation, but it's definitely better than sitting around, man. Worth a shot. I scuttle over to the neighbor's house and ring the doorbell. I don't even remember the last time I've been over here. Not even sure who lives here anymore. I vaguely remember getting a Christmas card from them a few years back, though, so there's that. Had a little plane drawn on it, and it got signed. What could the name have been? After about 5 minutes, the door cracks open. I see an eye peering from behind it, looking me over. There's a pause, and then the door opens. Aw, he's cute. A boy appears. He looks like he just rolled out of bed after a decade-long nap. Hi. You live here? The boy stares at me like I'm the strangest thing he's ever seen. To be fair, I guess it was a pretty dumb question. Sorry. I actually got locked out of my house. Do you know if you have a spare key? I don't know why, but I think I remember my mom saying. Suddenly he steps back and retreats into his house, shutting the door firmly behind him. What? Then I hear his muffled voice from behind the door. I'm sorry. It appears there is nobody home at this time to help you. Please try elsewhere. Elsewhere? Where's elsewhere? What is he, a customer service operator? Does this neighbor even know I existed? Oh, jeez, my nose. Oh, I must have, like, dust in my nose or something, because my nose hates me right now. Does the neighbor I didn't even know existed hate me for some reason? Maybe I accidentally killed his cat while I was sleeping or something? Look, I'm kind of stuck here. I really don't want to have to wait outside until, like, midnight when my parents get back. Can you let me in to use your phone at least? The person pauses for a great deal of time to think, and the door opens again. There's an old proverb that says if you let a strange girl into your house, you will be cursed for 20 lifetimes. Man, you clearly just made that up. He doesn't seem fazed, though. Please hold. I'm liking this kid. I always enjoy, like, the awkward, kind of, like, stiff, robotic character. Why do you think I like Kakasu from Asagao so much? She's a literal robot. He retreats back into the house. Take a seat on the porch or take a peek into his house. Let's be Snoopy. I'm kind of curious now, though. I stealthily look inside. Hanging on the wall by the door is a very aged-looking birthday card. It looks familiar, which is weird because it's hand-drawn. I reach out and open it. To Leo, happy birthday. Remember to eat and grow fat so you can be baked into the world's yummiest kid pie. Wow, that's a morbid card. Sincerely? Is it? No, it says Babka! We have amnesia. We are the Otome game protagonist. Sincerely, Babka. I hear the sound of footsteps. The boy returns with an extremely old-fashioned dial phone. The attached cable runs all the way back for what seems like miles. Thanks! But first, Rumpelstiltskin. What? What is my name? Name on the card was probably his, right?
Is it Leo? Leo looks surprised but pleased. Correct. I will now present this phone to you as an offering of peace. Sounds like it should be a joke, but from the tone of his voice, he seems pretty genuine about it. Thanks. I take the phone off of his hands. He watches me with a vaguely interested expression while I struggle to remember my mom's number. She picks up on the first ring. Yeah, hi Mom. I'm locked out. Where's the spare key again? Oh, don't use that for evil, please. No, probably not. What? What do you mean you're not gonna tell me? That's bull... Wait, Mom! Mom! I stare at the phone, flabbergasted, and then at my neighbor, who's still watching me. She hung up on me. Leo laughs. Dude, that's not funny! She threw a hissy fit when I said she probably wasn't important enough to make an actual appearance in the game. Then she refused to tell me where the spare key is. What the heck, man? Like mother, like daughter, more like. What did you just say? Is this what you're looking for? He reaches into his collar, his unusually puffy collar, and pulls out a key that he's been wearing around his neck. You had this the whole time? His smile grows, without a sign of guilt. It appears so, doesn't it? Can I have it? Maybe. This is infuriating. Look, Look, buddy. I just want the key to my own house, which you have for some godforsaken reason. Is that too much to ask? Maybe. I glare at him. Judging from his expression, he doesn't seem to be doing it to annoy me, though. Looks like he has some real reservations over handing off the key. Okay, listen, how about I borrow it for like 2 minutes to unlock the door, and then I'll run over here and give it back. He ponders for a moment, and then nods. Tentatively, he drops the key into my outstretched hand. I swear I'll be right back. I jog over to my place and let myself in. I check my room to make sure that my house key and phone are still there, and then make my way back over to the house next door. The door is closed again. On the ground there's an envelope and a post-it note that reads, "Please place key inside envelope and drop through doggy flap. Thank you and have a nice life." What a weird kid. Back in my room, I can finally relax. Please tell me we can romance Leo. I love him. Back in my room. Yeah, we already read that. I definitely need a second to recoup after the today. Let's see. I met 3 above average boys today, which can only mean that the hundreds of pennies I've thrown into wishing wells are finally starting to show results. It's about time. Now there's so much planning to do. What's my plan of attack? Who am I gonna go after? What should I say the next time I meet him? I'm so excited I can barely sleep. The next morning I get ready at light speed and run to school, feeling motivated after yesterday's fresh rejection. Hang on, there's a thing that's bothering me. Why are you do this, chair? Oh, it's supposed to be doing that. I'm dumb. You think you can beat me down, world? Well, guess what? It ain't gonna happen. I do what I want. I'm the almighty Bobka. Motivational speech probably could have waited. I'm standing in front of a closed school because schools do tend to close on Saturdays. No point in being embarrassed. Where do I go now? Dahood. To the library. Yeah, whatever. I'm going back home. Well, do we think Leo is going to be at... when we go back home, do we think Leo's going to be there? Or would Leo be at the library? question of the day. Let's just go home. Might as well go back home. You can always lurk on forums and browse Tumblr for the day. I see what you did there. On the way home, I can't help but feel a little defeated. I spent the last 4 years putting all my efforts towards getting a guy to like me, but nothing's changed. Could it really just be me? Was there something wrong with me? Geez, why can't hot guys just fall from the sky and automatically be interested in you? That'd make this easier. Like the main characters of actual Otome games, those lucky ducks. Grade 8 guys are just handed to them on a silver platter and they can just get to hem and haw for a few days. Get them to pick any one of them as they vie for their attention. Complaining won't do me much good though. I knew that. Ow. Something light and pointy hits me in the side of the head. I look down and see a paper plane on the ground next to me. It's from Leo. Please be from Leo. I turn in the general direction of where it would have come from. It's Leo! Leo is standing at the door of his house. The curtains are open, unlike the last time I'd been over. He rests his arms on the windowsill, as if expecting me to approach him. I make my way over. Did you just throw a plane at me? Well, you wouldn't have heard me if I called out. I mean, I guess so, but still. Leo gives me a complacent smile. What's the problem? What? Your face isn't good. Excuse me? Why am I suddenly being insulted? Your expression. It didn't look like you were having a good day. Oh. Sorry, I was just thinking about some things. You should think about better things. Would you like to see some planes? Where did that come from? He rests his chin on his hands and looks up at me, waiting for a reply. I mean, sure, why not, man? Leo's face brightens considerably. He points to the back door and gestures for me to come inside. Wow, we must have dropped a bunch of frames at some point. Let's hope all those dropped frames were during a BRB. Whenever I'm feeling less than good, I just look at planes and feel better. Normally I would have had at least something to say, like a non-committal When I see the inside of his room, no sound can make its way out of my throat. Planes. If I had a phobia of planes, I probably would have just had a heart attack and died. Leo observes my reaction. I like planes. Understatement of the century, pal. Have a seat. I pull up a chair, move the model plane off of it, and then sit down. What are your feelings, and would you like to share? So this was what it felt like to have a plane-obsessed therapist. I'd always been curious. It's nothing, really. I don't think people look at moody about nothing. I do. I see. Hey, just wondering. Hear me out. How long have you lived here? In this house? Roughly 14 years. Maybe you've repressed your memories of me. We moved into our houses during the same year. Oh. I try to jog my memory, but definitely can't come up with anything. How come I haven't seen you around or anything? You can't see what isn't there. What do you mean? I don't go out much. He goes silent. What about school? Homeschooled. Food? Supplied by my mother. Fresh air? I open windows sometimes. My gosh! You're like a hidden child. A diamond in the rough. Not exactly what I meant, but I'll take it. Haven't you been bored? Sitting around inside all this time? This girl is not me if she asks that question. Leo gives me the most curious expression. Bored? Yeah, bored. I'd go stir crazy being stuck in a house for years. sealed in a box. He points to the TV, and games, and planes. I guess that's all anyone needs in life. He smiles and nods in agreement. Clearly, this boy's sarcasm meter is very broken. I changed the subject. So, what kind of games do you play? Mind games.
Are you saying you're a psychic?
It was supposed to be a joke.
Oh, so now he knows how to tell jokes.
Leo turns on his computer. My mother doesn't work, so it's my job to make sure we don't become homeless. Even though I have said that being homeless might be a little fun. She doesn't agree. He types in a URL and points at the screen, so I play these games. Somehow this guy always manages to surprise me. You play poker online? Text says hold 'em. No limit. Isn't that, like mega risky? It is. If you don't play right. When it comes down to it, it's all math.
You like math? Now that's the most surprising thing I've heard all week.
Numbers make sense. Don't you agree?
They don't make sense when my teacher puts them on the board, that's for sure.
Leo goes to quit out of his page. Before I can, I catch a glimpse of his total earnings. The number makes me nearly fall to my knees.
Leonard, I'm back.
A woman's shrill voice calls out from across the house.
The front door shuts noisily and there's a shuffle of what sounds like grocery bags being brought in.
I got your Munchables. Leo looks wary. You might want to leave. My mother doesn't particularly enjoy the presence of others.
Yeah, okay, no problem, man. I get up and go out the back door, leaving Leo with a tiny wave. Oh my. That was infuriating. I would not leave that as my ringtone for more than 5 seconds. The infuriating sound of my cell phone ringing jerks me from sleep. Hello?
Hey, Bobka, did you just wake up? I look at the clock. It's 3 p.m.
No.
What a liar. You wanna go hang out or go back to sleep?
I wasn't sleeping. I don't sound convincing at all. Should I go over to your house?
Nah, I was just picking up something near your place, so I'm already here. I'll be there in a sec.
Okay.
See ya. The second I end the call, my doorbell rings. What the? How exactly close was she? Stop! I came by yesterday morning, but you weren't here.
Yeah, well, I forgot it was Saturday. Kinda went to school.
Seriously? What'd you do when you got there? Actually, I ran into Leo. That should have been a dialogue line and not story. Actually, I ran into Leo. Your, creepy neighbor? How do you know he's creepy? Well, every time I walk past, all his windows are shut and stuff. Plus, the house just kind of gives out that, creepy vibe, you know?
No, I really don't know.
Okay, maybe I'm just, projecting, but you never know. Have you been into his secret basement?
Secret basement? What? That sounds awesome.
Exactly. There could be, dead bodies or something.
You don't even know he has a secret basement.
Come on, Babka. Houses that locked up always have a secret basement.
I mean, in any case, I think he's got potential.
Ray? Him?
Okay, so I don't know about potential per se, but I'm running out of time. I'm gonna take this meeting as a sign of mercy from God, okay?
Are you really sure about this?
I had it all figured out. Look, I pull out my math notebook.
This might actually have been my math notebook, and open it to the most recently used page. That's not math, that's programming. That's not math, that's networks. That's not math, that's more programming. Oh well. Open it to the most recently used page. This one. Look, the total population of this town's around 10,000 people. Let's say half that's men. That's 5,000 people. I'm not that flexible on ages, but I'll give anyone between 18 and 22 a shot. That's gotta be at least 1,000, right? I'm changing the numbers for my own sake. She actually says 16 and 19. Then you gotta separate that group into how attractive these guys are. That's gonna be like less than 500, man. You gotta take out the amount of guys who've already taken or like not straight, you know. Now that I've asked around, I've asked out around 30 guys a year since middle school. How many guys do you think that leaves me to work with? Gosh dang it, Bobka. I thought you were taking notes during math class. Very funny. Actually, let's replace that with a class that I probably would not prefer to take notes in. Poetry. Not a big poetry guy. Like, don't worry, I don't mind actually reading poetry. It's kind of interesting, especially when you actually pick up the meter that it's in. But I can only read it. I am dreadful at writing it, and even worse at dissecting it. Hey God, I can't believe you were taking these kind of notes in poetry class. Very funny. Like that ever happened. Fine, do what you want. Stacia just shakes her head and changes the subject to the new iguana her cousin smuggled over from the Galapagos. Aw, look at the little chibis. I guess go check out this Tumblr. I'm gonna look at this Tumblr on my phone, actually. Nobody say anything vulgar in chat while I'm looking at this Tumblr. Chick and nugget.tumblr. Chick and Nugget. Mushy games for little peeps. Is this the only game you've done? Shmupdate. Just a quick update to all the fine folk out there. Due to a lack in writing, I've decided to push back the release of the game to early mid-March. It's not a huge delay. Just figured I'd get it out there so people are in the know. Oh, these are all updates about Romancin dudes. Ooh, Leo's route's gonna be finished, and then that's half the writing. Nice! I'm gonna send this person a Tumblr message and tell them that I played Romancin Dudes on my stream and I had a great time with it. I'm gonna do that live, actually. No, I won't do that live. Just someone... I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it open on my phone, and I will definitely get in contact with them and tell them I had a great time with this demo. And I am actually looking forward to the full game. Like, the Leo route looks like a great time. He looks like the quirky, doesn't leave his room sort of kid. And it's neato. I might even actually date like the handsome guy. I don't know if I'd date the fall off the roof guy or the... Who's that scarf guy? Scarf and... Oh no, that's... Scarf guy is Leo, I'm dumb. Who's the dude with the broken arm, though? Did we meet him? I don't think we met him. I think because I chose the Leo route, we didn't meet him. Maybe if we would have went to the library or to Dahood, we would have met Broken Arm Guy. Oh well. That was fun. And the art style is absolutely adorable. Props to Chick and Nugget on Chicken Nugget on Tumblr. That was actually, you also have a really clever name. Wow, that game actually turned out to be a lot better than I expected. I forgot that it was like supposed to be really meta and whatnot.
So while I'll put up the BRB while we play another one. I'm gonna definitely have to keep Romancin Dudes in mind though, because that was a good time. How long have we been streaming actually? Oh, we got another whole hour. I can keep going. I don't have to sleep until 10:30 anyway. Let's do let's do Silent Voices. I forgot to check if either of those games are in the database. Let me see if Silent Voices is in the database while it loads. Silent Voices. Nope. Shucks darn. Games. Games and demos. Oh man, you guys missed the developer logo. Sorry. Welcome to Silent Voices. Ooh, we got an opening CG and everything. Oh, I'm gonna shut up so you guys can hear the music. See their demise. Take my hand and we'll run away through the ashes and burning flames. You and me will fly together, breaking through the sky. We'll show the world what's mine. What's yours? What's mine? We'll throw it all together. I'm just guessing. I shouldn't say it. I'll never let you fall, and I'll never let you go. Two broken hearts are so much stronger as a whole. What's yours? What's mine? We'll shatter it to pieces. Someone's playing Ossigan right now, so we'll go say hi to them actually, rather than Kara. She's probably busy. So we'll go say hi to the person playing Ossigan, because you know, someone saying hi to me while I was playing Asagao was a great experience. So, this game, very anime, not complaining though. 1 week ago. This was a really bad idea. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm already here and I've already made up my mind. I need to do this. I need to save them. Chapter 0.
Long ago, there were 3 countries of power on the triangular continent. Is this music way too loud for you guys? Yes, it is. Just a second. I'm going to fix that. Options. Music volume. Turn it way the heck down. Wow, this UI looks really freaking cool. Alright. The agricultural country, Flor Lily. The military country, Maratasco. The industrial country, Setel. For a long time, these countries managed to coexist peacefully with one another. For what each lacked, the other two made up for. However, all that changed when King Emmet descended the... Words! However, all that changed when King Emmet ascended the throne in Martasco. He sent troops to the other 2 countries, hoping to seize their resources and become the sole ruler of the triangular continent. With nothing but twigs and farm tools to protect them, Florili, there we go. Florili was forced to give up its rights and surrender its resources to the military country. Maratasco then turned its gaze up north. However, Setel was ready for this. While Maratasco had been busy conquering the agricultural country, Setel sent forth a counterattack. Called a Human Advancement for Societal Benefit and Experimentation Research, or HASBER for short, the industrial country crafted its citizens to be genetically modified in order to combat the Martascan forces. King Emmet has long since passed away, but his legacy remains. He has left behind a triangular continent that is a faint shadow of its former glory. Tensions among Setel and Martasco continue to run high, while Flor Lily is caught in the middle and forced to either provide for both countries or risk being destroyed. Martasco continues to train his children to battle, and Setel's experimentation project makes the influx of soldiers never-ending. It's been 628 years since this conflict has started. Is that it? I don't really care about King Emmett or the Satellan scientists. This isn't this person's voice.
I don't really care about King Emmett or the Satellan scientists. I want to read about the commoners, the regular people who were just trying to survive. But nobody ever deems them important enough to write about. Oh.
Gosh darn it. What's happened every time?
Ares.
Oh, Lady Autumn.
Wait, no. Ares! He's gotta have a metal voice! Oh no, he can't have a metal voice. I won't be able to do that for another hour. I am gonna pitch his voice way down though, because Ares.
Should have known you'd be here. I don't think I've ever seen you out of the library for more than 2 hours.
I don't like when she calls me lady. I haven't been a court lady for many years now. It always sounds like she's making fun of me. Why is the girl named Ares? Ares is very much... You know what? I'm not gonna complain. Because you can also name a male character Artemis, and he's from one of my favorite books. So I'm not gonna get salty. I was just confused because this person had short hair and was named Ares. Whatever. I'm not gonna be salty. That doesn't matter right now. Ares, you're bleeding. What happened?
Nothing.
We have Autumn and Ares. I like those names. They both start with A. That's not even spelled Ares as in the Greek god. I don't know why I got my legs in a bunch, man. Dumb of me. It's nothing. It was nothing. Some people were unhappy that I managed to do so well on the last exam, so they decided to come have a little chat with me. Try to persuade me to drop out of the Ace Ada tournament. Something about having me on the Ape Generals being disgraceful. I shut them up real fast, though. After the royal family, the 8 generals have the most power in this country. They're known as the 8 strongest warriors this land has to offer. Since one of the generals died last month due to illness, the king decided to host a tournament to fill the seed gap. The Ace 8 tournament. A once-in-a-lifetime chance. This is like reading an anime. I like it. It's still a week away, yet it's all that anyone ever talks about. It may be exciting to some, but all I see is greed. Greed and cruelty. People really will do whatever they can to get to the top. This is the 3rd time this week that Ares has gotten hurt. I think it's because you're so strong, Ares. You're the strongest person I know. They're just jealous of you. Uh-huh. With the way they fight, I'm sure they're jealous of lots of people. There are a lot of great fighters here. I don't know why I'm giving this person a nasally voice. But they target me specifically. You know why? It's because I'm a girl. They think I'll just sit here and hold my dress or whatever, and then let them walk all over me. Libra's so much smaller and weaker, yet no one ever thinks to mess with him. I don't wear feminine clothes, I cut my hair, nothing helps. Is it because of these 2 things on my chest? If I get rid of them, will they stop coming after me? Yeah, that's it. Sorry for whining. I don't mind. It's not your fault, Ares. They don't see you train so hard every day. You're an inspiration to a lot of people, you know? You're an inspiration to me. You show that girls can be strong and fight. But I suppose my words do not hold much weight. I used to be a court lady, the very embodiment of female expectations that Ares hates. My father is one of the 8 generals, so I've not had to prove my worth. I know that I am lucky. But my luck does not help me help Ares. The only thing I can do is sit here and offer empty words of comfort. I feel useless sometimes. She's my best friend, and yet... You should go to the clinic. You're still kind of bleeding a little. This is nothing. Should have seen them after I was done. They clearly thought they could overpower me, but I sure showed them. Ask me what happened. Did you win? Of course they did. Even when they tried to cowardly gang up on me for 4-1, they still couldn't beat me. They think they'll be able to win the final spot for 8 generals fighting like that? They couldn't even beat me. How do they expect to win the whole thing? I don't expect them to win. Because I think you'll win, Ares. That'd be great, of course. But there are a lot of strong people going for this autumn. A lot of strong people, yes.
They kind of look like Fire Emblem characters. And I'm saying that in a good way. I like it. I need to finish Fire Emblem, man. I wish I had a way to capture 3DS footage, because I would love to play some Fire Emblem on either here or just the channel for Frozen to Under Finds, because, like, Fire Emblem really is a find for me, because, like, I knew nothing about Fire Emblem until the 3rd Smash Bros. Came out. I was playing the second, I played Marth and Melee a little bit, and, like, I was like, okay, this blue sword guy didn't even really care where he was from. I also did that with Ness for both Melee and the first Smash Bros. I was like, okay, it's a kid with a yo-yo and he's hard to control. You know, I didn't find out about Marth until I was playing the 3rd Smash Bros. And I was like, wait, who is this blue sword guy? Anyway, and I googled and the internet's like screaming about Fire Emblem. I'm like, huh, strategy RPG? No. And then my taste changed, and then I grew up and I went, shoot, I like RPGs. I should play Fire Emblem. So if I ever get a way to capture with my 3DS, other than the, like, homebrew capture firmware, because apparently that's getting consoles banned from online now. But anyway, I digress a great deal.
But no one's stronger than you. I know Jace wants you to win too. Thanks, I guess. If we do face each other, though, Jace better not throw the match. It sounds like the exact kind of crowd he'd pull. He probably thinks getting beat up by me will make him look uncool in front of all the girls.
Jace wouldn't try to do that. He might not seem like he pays attention to things, but he knows that the one thing Ares hates the most in the world is being looked down upon. But he doesn't really have any interest in winning the last seat. He only entered to support Ares. Ares trains hard every day to prove her worth. She's been looked down on all her life. Her brother ranks higher than her, even though he's 2 years younger, and it's no secret that her father favors him more. But if she manages to win the Ace 8 tournament and gets the last seed in the 8 Generals, she'll finally get the recognition she deserves. And Jace wants to be there for her. So when she's in the arena, surrounded by enemies, there's someone familiar next to her. Speaking of which, if it isn't my 2 favorite ladies, how are you on this wonderful day? I heard my name. For the 2 of you have been talking about this, lucky bachelor. Go away, Jace. No one likes you. How mean. The lady wounds me. I don't even know what his accent is, man. That's also not true. I'm sure some people do like me. Hey, Autumn, I'm your friend, right? Well, see, she's just shy. Hey, what can I say? I'm just a lovable dork. This guy's accent is not stable. This is why I don't do characters with accents, because their accent just veers wildly all over the place. You're a liar, that's what you are. Man, you just do your best to push me down every day, don't ya? You know what they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Or in my case, what doesn't kill you will come back and try again and again until you're finally dead. Well, hey, you're bleeding. Yes, I am. You're always well known for your keen and insightful observations, Jace. What happened? Did you get injured on patrol? Bandits are why he's from New York now? Did you get injured on patrol? Well, how did I need to not try to do an accent. I have literally done like 6 or 7 different accents of this guy's voice.
you get injured on patrol, bandits or wild animals.
That was even worse of a voice. Blech. I don't know. I guess I'll figure something out.
I'm fine.
We should make Ares sound a little more feminine. There were some merchants who came back to Fleur Lily earlier who reported some trouble with farmers being equipped with guns. Was it because of them? Did they shoot you?
Come on, we have to get this treated right away. Why aren't you at the clinic yet? Jace. What if it gets infected? You didn't have that looked at. Stellians never fight fair, do they? Always hiding behind the cowardly weapons. That's his character. He speaks really quickly. Do you think I'll have to get it amputated? Will you ever be able to fight again? Well, I spar with in the mornings if you die. What if... Jace. Jace, shut up. Okay, shutting up. I'm fine. It wasn't anything like that. It's just a little thing I had to take care of. Is it your brother's friends again? I don't think so. They seem pretty dumb. They don't seem like people Libra would hang around with. Pretty sure they were just some people who heard about me and got jealous. At least I'm famous now. Do you mess them up? I hope they look much worse than you do. I defended myself fine, yes. Good. Hey, last time I said that, you told me brute force wasn't always the answer.
Yeah, well, last time we weren't bleeding either.
It's fine. It's just a scratch. Ares, nothing is ever fine with you. Last time when you were bleeding everywhere, you said you were fine too because it was no worse than your menstrual cycle. Which sounds quite scary. Which sounds quite scary, by the way. I'm glad I'm not a woman. I'm glad too. I don't think I could listen to your high-pitched squealing. Autumn, she listens to you, right? Make her go. Well, no one makes Ares do anything, Jace. Man, I never win anything with you. You always gave up on me. Remember how we always got into arguments when we were younger?
That was... Wow. I'm just like marveling at how bad these voices are at this point.
We both had so much time that we'd bicker about the most useless things. And every time Autumn would step in as mediator and take her side. Of course I remember that. You two came from bullying me.
Oh, I accidentally read someone's line way too quickly because they weren't I thought they were Jace.
Oh well. Is that why I grew up with me versus the world mentality? That's why I'm so tragically messed up? I don't remember that happening. Are you sure you're not misremembering things? Yeah, don't blame us. You were messed up to begin with. Brood, oh, you know I'm the hottest one-hit wonder among the ladies. It's clear you know what you're talking about. I think you're the one who doesn't know. Even know what that means. Of course I know it's... Hey, did you purposely just change the topic? To me? No way. Fine, if it makes you happy, I'll go to the clinic. I'm gonna be very happy. I'll come with you.
I just keep reading these lines faster, I'm sorry.
Autumn, you wanna come too? It's okay. You two can go. Alone. Has anyone ever told you that subtlety is your strong suit? Yes, Theo has. Multiple times. Theo, my best bro. The dude can't stand you.
Oh, good heavens, that is a lightning storm.
You know what?
I'll stick it out for a while. If I randomly go away, though, then it was probably at the start.
Shh, don't spoil the small details. Here, here's 1v2. If you're going to ask if you can carry me bridal style, I'm gonna send you to the clinic instead. Yeah, joke's on you, that's not what I was gonna ask. Not at all. We'll see you later on. Then we'll see you later on.
I want to be stumbling over this guy's freaking words, trying to read them real fast.
Bye.
There they go. I hope Ares is okay. She tries to act strong all the time because she thinks that appearing weak is too girly. I've seen Jace cry a couple times. The first time, Ares beat him in a sparring session. The day his father left, and the day his mother got diagnosed with the illness. But I've never seen Ares cry before. Ares was right, though. have been spending more time in the library. Ever since Mother died. Father has a lot of duties and can't spend time with me. It often been Mother's job to make sure that my studies were going well. After she died, it seemed like I suddenly had so much free time. I always complained about having too much work before. I would have rather enjoyed my quiet time reading books alone. That's me, I'm reading books alone right now. But I don't think this new freedom of mine is worth the cost of her life. Right now, there isn't much I wouldn't give to be able to have her sternly lecture me once again. It's not like me to get sentimental. Perhaps it's because it'll be her 7-year anniversary in a couple of weeks. A lot's changed in 7 years. I wonder if Mother would even recognize me the way I am right now.
Oh, Autumn, hello. Hi, Luna. You're not alone. Jason and Aries aren't here with you? I want to say hi to them too. No, they had some things to take care of. Oh, alone? I see. Luna understands. How romantic.
This is Luna. Despite how she looks, she's a professional assassin. One of the country's best, actually. She's a couple years younger than I am, but she's definitely much better at fighting. It is raining. Assassinations in this country used to be considered suicide missions. The king used to just send assassins off to be vaporized by Satel's electric walls. But maybe because she's small, she's one of the only people who's managed to get past the industrial country's secure defenses and make it back alive. I thought the M country was the... Oh, we're in Martasco. That's why it says that there. I was like, what? I thought we were in the enhanced people country. Some say that the king regards her as his own daughter. I'm not sure that means very much, though. Familial relations do not hold the same importance here as they might elsewhere. Despite her profession, I like her. In a country where deceit and manipulation lie around every corner, her earnestness and cheerfulness make me happy. Even though she has a lot of power already, she continues to work hard every day. How hard am I dropping frames right now? Oh, I'm not even dropping all that many frames. Wow. Huh. She feels like what a sister would be. Is this what it's like to have a younger sibling? That'd be nice. But a lot of people don't think the same way. I've heard people talking about how disturbing it is that she can flash that angelic smile of hers during the day, and then go out at night and slaughter families. People don't like her very much, and they're also scared of her. And when people live in fear and hatred, they tend to lash out in the meanest way possible.
You're back from your mission. Yep, it went well. It went well. Luna's not hurt at all. I was a little tired, but I passed by some of the merchants coming back from Flor Lily. Flor Lily.
I'm gonna get that wrong a lot. I keep saying Flor Lily as in Fleur de Lis. As in that little, like, pointy spear thing that's sometimes on medieval work. Flor Lily.
They were nice enough to let me ride back with them.
Luna never talks about the specifics of her missions. Whenever she brings them up, they're always just vague descriptions. I don't know if that's because the king orders her to keep quiet, or if she tries her best to separate her two lives.
Is it true that some of the Florilians had weapons?
Gosh dang that, why is that so hard for me to say?
Well, that's what the merchants were saying. Something about almost getting shot in the face when they tried to collect corn. If that's true, though, that means Satel has been giving them weapons. Papa said if this continues, he might have to declare war soon. I see. But not yet. He's gonna send Luna to give Satel a warning that will stop arming Florilians. Oh, think they'll be able to stop the war. I don't want any fighting.
Luna may wish to stop the fighting, but I don't know if any of the higher-ups share the same sentiment. Tensions have been rising between Martasco and Setel for more than 6 centuries now. That's a long time. The king is eager to go to war. I'm sure the scientists in Setel feel the same. And I'm not sure the Setelans would be very inclined to listen to a little girl who, well, she makes a living off killing their own. Ooh, this guy looks really angry.
There you are! I walked around the whole plaza looking for you. You're sitting here chilling? What the heck, man? I'm not saying that in one. It's family-friendly stream.
Avery, you said a very bad word. You said multiple bad words.
This is Avery. He's angry. All the time. I don't understand why. Seems like a lot of effort to stay that mad. I've known him for a year or so. He's a rising soldier who has exceptional aim. He has exceptional aim, and uses the bow as his primary weapon. I find it fascinating to watch him on the battlefield. It's amazing how he's so loud at any other time, but when he's using his arrows, he is a quiet predator, waiting to pounce on his prey. I don't quite like him off the battlefield, though. He's hard to talk to.
Get out of here, man. General with a beard told me to tell you it's your turn to patrol tonight. When did I suddenly become the messenger around here? Just because I'm the archer doesn't mean I don't sit around all day doing nothing. Try to look down on me, I'll shoot up an arrow with it, but I don't care if you show up or not. It's not my fault if you don't. Tell me next time they want to patrol, make me want to hear them songs.
I see. Thank you for telling me. Oh, patrol, Otto. I haven't done anything since last night. I'm real bored.
Well, that's a shame. You haven't been able to kill someone in more than a couple of hours. Must be terrible for you.
Avery, that wasn't very nice.
Do it look like a care? She's a assassin. That's what she does. She can't have the job description. Quit her job. Ugh.
Luna just wants to protect her friends. She doesn't help anyone. She doesn't want to hurt anyone.
Oh, you tell that stuff to me. Bad.
This voice was a bad idea. My throat already hates me.
You're right. Sorry, let's just go. I'll see you later.
Both of those voices actually make my throat particularly unhappy.
Avery, stop. You're a bully.
She's an assassin. Of course she's wrong. I'm sure she's worse.
She's just a little girl.
Wow, that storm is very intense.
Come here, Frank. I know Jason isn't home.
Come here. Let me love you. Let me love you, doggo. Let me love you, pupper.
Yeah. Hi, Frank.
Can you guys see Frank, actually? Question of the day.
They can't see Frank. Put your face up, doggo. They need to see you. I know. Yeah. There we go. There's Frank. You can't really see him. Alright. Go. Yeah, you can just sit there, doggo. Yeah, just have a seat.
Should I shut the door? I should probably shut the door.
I hate people who can't what they do. She's a murderer. For either you to convince yourself otherwise, just delusional. But if she killed your boyfriend, she would be saying you would be saying the same things. People only ever care if they're personally involved. Anything else they could personally never care less about.
Alright, Goof. If you want to stay in here, because the door's shut.
Of course I've thought about it. What'll happen if the king ordered her to kill me or someone close to me? What would she do? What would I do?
Yeah, I know, Frank. I'm busy, Popper.
I know that I turn a blind eye on what she does. That I'd be in a different position if someone I loved was threatened. But I don't know what I'd do if I didn't
turn the other way. I don't know how I'd face her.
Hang on, is this game in the thing? Did we check? Oh yeah, we did check. Silent Hill came up, but not Silent Voices.
Theo isn't my boyfriend.
Just watching the two of you interact makes me gag. No one ever told you it's disgusting?
Yes, you have every day.
Whatever. I'm sure she'll be back to normal in a couple hours. All sunshine and rainbows and whatever. She'll probably give me a flower or something.
Are you not going to apologize to her?
Huh, where the heck did you get that idea?
Jay said that deep down, you just want what's best for everyone. That you're just misunderstood.
What the heck? Is he making fun of me? She's the king's lapdog. I'm under no obligation to pamper her. I'm sure she has plenty of servants who are willing to do so. Whatever. I delivered the message. I'm out of here.
I don't like this guy. He's too intense.
If you sit in the library all day, your butt will get big.
Thank you for your kind suggestion.
That's clearly just obviously she's like, get out of here, Avery. I don't really know what to make of him. Avery doesn't like Martasco very much. Every time I see him, he's always going on about how the monarchy needs to go away. It's amazing he hasn't been executed yet, honestly. I've always wondered if he hates the country so much, why he picks up his bow every day to protect it.
Oh,
It's the, what's it called? Hellfane? Felthone? What do I do again? I guess I'll just press this button and see. Oh, the ringing stopped.
hello?
I don't hear anything. Maybe I pressed the wrong button. Maybe I pressed the wrong button. Let's try this one this time.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you perfectly fine.
Indoor voices, please. I would appreciate it if you don't scream my ear off. I'm rather attached to it. Literally.
Theo, I got it right on the second try this time.
Don't sound so pleased with yourself. If I got a penny for every time you hung up on me, I'd be the richest person on earth. It's not good for my pride to get hung up on so many times, you know. This is Theo. Father called him my adopted brother, but Theo hates it when I call him that.
I know, Frank. It's a real big storm, and you are at least one hole worried, aren't you, doll?
He's actually from Sattel, but no one other than me knows that. If people found out, he could get in trouble, and probably die. He was found outside my house 5 years ago, and Father took him in. His training was placed under my care. He has a lot of cool gadgets that he shows me, like this Felthane, Hellcone. I don't remember all the names. He's kind of shown me a lot of them. As for Theo, we didn't get along very well in the beginning. I didn't want a brother, not after Mother had died. And Theo has a brother back in Sattel, a brother who he loves very much. I could never replace him. We fought a lot. He thought I was condescending. I thought he was rude. I told myself I'd never get along with him. Look at us now. There isn't much I wouldn't do for him. So what have you been up to? Any fun stories to tell? Jace get himself slapped by another girl yet?
I'd rather hear about your day, Theo. What cool things did you build today?
You can't ask me stuff like that, Autumn. I haven't had time to geek out in weeks. I have all this pent-up nerdiness inside me. You know I'll never stop if I start.
That's okay. I like listening to you talk. Your voice is nice to listen to.
I'll be back at the house around 9 tonight, so we can talk about my cool inventions then, okay?
Oh, you're coming back tonight.
Because Theo is really weak, he's often assigned to field work instead of actual fighting. He follows around patrol groups and collects data on what's going on outside Martasco. Keeps him out of harm's way. I'm happy he doesn't have to fight as much. But fieldwork requires him to be outside the country for long periods of time. And though we can secretly communicate with this device, which name escapes me, I still missed seeing him face to face. Yes, back to civilization with me. Maybe I'll actually be able to take a proper shower tonight if a certain girl doesn't take up all the hot water. That is adorable. Look at that little face, like.
Do you want out of here, Frank?
Yeah, this is just as bad as when you lock yourself in my room. You know that? Okay then, go. Are you gonna go? No, you just wanted me to open the door.
You poop.
Go. Good heavens, this is why we don't let the dog in during the stream. You know it's true. I was assigned to patrol tonight. That is just, I can't get over how adorable that sprite is. She's like, she's like, it's cute. Oh, is it with that, is it with that jerk or Mr. Steal Your Girl? That's that guy's voice. Mr. Steal Your Girl. Yeah. It's with Luna. That cute little chibi. That cute little chibi who could kill you with her pinky. Such little faith you have in me. You can't do one push-up, Theo. That's beside the point.
Frank, I love you, puppy. But you need to quit opening the door. Whatever, I'm just gonna keep going with the door open.
Not one. Well, I called you to tell you that I had a gift for you, but I guess you don't want it. That's fine. Everything's fine. Oh! No, I do want it. Is it as cool as the thing that blew hot air in my face last time? It's even cooler. Literally. That's me. Oh! I'll finish up patrols early today, so you can come home quickly too. As usual, my amazing puns fly over your head. Who in the world? Oh, that. Such a waste. Stay safe out there, Theo. I will. Don't worry. I got Raj here with me. I took out Robot of Justice with one kick last time. So long as I don't run into any freakish brutes out here, I should be fine. You're not very nice, are you? Oh, and the pot calls the kettle black. Then I'll get going. See you in a bit, Autumn. Bye. Aw, look at them. They're adorable. It's the red butt. Oh, I see. Thank you. It's weird. Theo teaches me new things, and in return, I try to protect him as much as I can.
It's kind of like the triangular continent of the old days.
A Martascan and a Cetelian working together. There's gonna be some kind of drama. $5. I hope that we end up with a happier ending. I have read and agree to the terms and conditions. Enter your name above. I can't change that I've read and agreed to the terms and conditions. I think we're gonna leave it off here, guys, because this storm is making me a hair nervous. And Frank needs my attention. And there may actually be interesting streams to watch. Let's check if there's someone still playing Asagao. And if there is, let's wait for it to load. And we'll come back as Adili, I guess, next time. There is someone playing Asagao, so we'll go say hi to that person. I'll put in my name as Glacier, and we'll hit confirm. Oh, my head. And we'll come back.
figure out what's going on next week. So that was a really interesting one. I'm kind of excited to see, one, where the rest of this demo takes us, and then two, where when this game's coming out and where it's being supported and stuff. So anyway, guys, let's go say hi to Ginger Robin on Twitch. The raid there's not gonna be a raid message. I'm just gonna go over there and say hi. So see you guys there. Oh, and for people watching the stream VOD, thanks for sticking around, man. This one's almost a 3-hour video too. I'm impressed that you guys are watching these. See you guys next week.